drop for a meeting. I know how I can solve this. Okay, let's be honest. I don't think my extension is quite ready to replace the real game, and I'm not that addicted to Whack-A-Mole. That said, a few months ago, I shared this online as a little proof of concept, and a few people asked how it was built. So let's take a look together. If you're familiar with the extensions platform, you might have noticed that I have multiple extension icons in this game. But extensions can only have one icon. So what you're seeing is actually one extension per icon, with the extensions communicating to keep track of game state. The architecture is a little bit like this. There's a main controller extension, which uses the management API to discover the individual mole extensions. Then, periodically, it picks a random extension from this set and sends it a message asking it to display the mole. When the mole extension receives the message, its icon is updated. If the user clicks on it while the mole is showing, a message is sent back to the controller to update your score. If the user takes too long, the icon is put back and clicks are no longer registered. Let's take a look at the code for each of these extensions. The code for the controller looks like this. On install, we register an alarm that runs every few seconds. When the alarm fires, we use the management API to search for any extensions with Whack-A-Mole in the name. We pick a random one and send it a message using the chrome.runtime.sendMessage API and the extension's ID. Now, I could tidy this up a bit, of course. One thing that isn't ideal is we're making the assumption that the extension is ours based on its name. You might want to make that more robust with some sort of configuration. And the code for the mole extension looks like this. As you can see, we're registering a listener for the onMessage external event. Since this extension is going to receive a message coming from another extension, it fires this event rather than the onMessage event you might be used to using. When the event fires, we use the action.setIcon API method to update our icon. We keep track of the controller ID so we can send a response, and we also set a timeout to put the icon back. We also update a variable to track that the mole is currently showing. When the action icon is clicked, if the mole is currently showing, we send a message back to the controller using the ID we saved to update our score. Updating our score is as simple as using the setBadgeText API in the controller extension. Now, in my original sample, I drew the icon I wanted to show on a canvas to have a bit more control, but that may be more complicated than we need, and I'll leave that out for now. Loading this in the browser is fairly simple, but since Chrome can only load one instance of an extension from any given directory, we need to make a few copies of our moles. We'll then go to chrome://extensions, enable developer mode, and drag and drop each of our extensions. Now, this is great, but what's missing is an incentive to win. So I've introduced a penalty system that closes your browser tabs if you don't click a mole in time. Just like that, we have a simple Whack-A-Mole game that we can play all day long. Now, let's see what others think.
Whack-A-Mole?
Yeah, looks like that toy.
Okay.
I know how to Whack-A-Mole.
If you miss a mole, it closes one of your tabs.
So
Oh, there's a score. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we got it.
Okay. Oh, nice.
God damn it. Yes, I won.
Something kind of That freaking mole.
That freaking.
Yeah, that's it.
Killed it.
Good game.
Should we do that again?
I mean, this is always great, but having this on my laptop for whenever I need it, I mean, I think that's perfect.
Chrome extensions. Yeah, they're so cool.
So while it may not change the world, and in its current form, it might not be something I'd publish to the Chrome Web Store, it's a great way to learn and experiment. If you'd like to try this out, or take a deeper dive into the code, I've linked everything below. Until next time.